Alright, hi, and today we're going to be learning how to make a rigged animation. Now, this animation is very simple, and it can be used to make animations faster. Really helpful. So let me teach you how to do it. First of all, this is going to be a very simple rig. We're just going to be doing body, eyes, and mouth. If you want a more detailed rig, basically all you have to do is just add like an arms layer. Make sure the arms are separate. And if you're making a full body rig, make two separate layers for the legs. Sorry, it's 8 a.m. right now. So make 3 layers. Name this one body. Call this one eyes. And we're gonna call this one mouth. Let's get started. So I would recommend using brush size 12 or for 1920 by 1080. I'd recommend using brush size 12. So I'm using a mouse, but you can use a drawing tablet, you can use anything. So first you just want to make the head. I'm gonna do a little time lapse here. I'm gonna do a little time lapse here. I'll I'll see you when the drawing is done. If you are going to color any of this, make sure you add a line connecting all of these lines at the bottom. It's not going to fill in if you don't do that. Alright, here we have our guy. Whoops, whoopsie daisy, accidentally drew this on the mouth layer. Yeah, that's a bad. Paste that on the body layer. Yeah, don't do that mistake. Don't draw anything on the wrong layer. If you want, you can like lock these layers so you don't accidentally draw on them. So let's get to the eyes. If you want, you can just copy the first eye and paste it on the other side. Okay, so what you need to do, which is what I forgot to do, on the body layer, you want to turn this into a symbol. I don't know what happens if you make it a movie clip, but don't make it a button clip. Make it graphic. And now you have it in your library. For the eyes. Alright, let's move on to mouth. So how I would do the first mouth is just to make a big old smile. Make a big old smile for that guy. That guy looks like he needs a big old smile. So let's go over how you're supposed to. Alright, so let's first go into the symbol of the body. Alright, so basically how rigs work is that inside each symbol you have your own different frames of animation. So for the first frame, it could be just normal. For the second frame, it could be like a simple explanation. You could be explaining something. So that was the second frame. So see how it has this like motion. That's what we want. We want this frame to be different. So for this third, whoops. So for this third frame, he could be giving a good thumbs up. He could be giving you a thumbs up. Alright, so see we have these 3 frames of animation. Now, what you want to do is that when you go outside and you want to click on this, go to looping and make it single frame. Play single frame for the graphic. You want it to play one single frame. That when you click F5, nothing happens. Otherwise, if it was play graphic in a loop, it would be doing that. You don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen. Make sure it's set to single frame. Alright, onto the eyes. The eyes should be pretty simple. The eyes don't really need that much motion. So 5 frames, that should be it. 5 frames. So you can make the first frame be normal. Or sad. Let me fix that. They could be sad. They could be sad. Gonna edit that out. And so the second one could be angry. These ones are the actual angry ones. Right now, he's looking like he's plotting something because of the mouth. And so these ones can look bored. Let's give him some bored eyes. Bro hasn't done anything for the past hour. Chill. They could be chill or bored. For this blank frame, you could have him have his eyes closed. Boom. Alright, make sure you set that to single frame. The mouth is the hardest one. You gotta make different like vowels, the mouth shapes you can make. I'm gonna do that real quick. Alright, so here we have all the mouths. Should be practically the ones that you need. These are mainly just happy mouths, but you can make them like sad or something. You could add like another couple frames, make them sad, but that's a bit too much for this. Alright, so, and make sure to set it to single frame. Okay. Make another layer. Audio. I'm going to make some audio real quick. I would recommend using Audacity. It's really good. Alright, I'll see you when I make the audio. Alright, so when making your audio in Audacity, you want to, when you're finished making it, you go to File and Export as MP3. Oh, and this was a common problem with me when using Flash CS6. I don't know if it's going to be the same here, but just in case, if you're using like Flash CS6 or if this still is a problem, make sure the project rate is 100. Make sure to save your projects always. Always. You never know when this thing can crash. Alright, so make sure you pop it into the stage. Be right here. Select all the frames and keep on holding F5, which extends the frames. Whenever the audio ends, you want to select the frames and remove them. That did not work. So like I said, select the frames and remove the frames. Alright. Cool. Alright, so here's the... Alright, here is where it's gonna get tricky. Lip syncing. I don't have much to say about lip syncing. Just match them just match them. Match whatever I'm saying in this. Match whatever the audio is saying with the mouth. For help, you could click on the mouth and go to frame picker. This really helps the process a lot more, especially considering that I've used Flash CS6 and they don't have this. So it's a real, it helps a lot. It helps a lot. All right, so how I do it, because when I set this to stream, you can't even make out what I'm saying. All right, I'm gonna fast forward this process. All right, so we now have the basis for the lip syncing. Cool tutorial rig. Cool. It might look very choppy, but that's because we are adding tweening. So basically, tweening, you should. If you're new to this, tweening is basically it fills in the frames. So you want to move this down, make a keyframe for it. There's two motions right here. If you select them, classic tool. Now it does this. Cool. Right, so here, move these. All right, so move this down here. Shape it a little. If we tween this. Tutorial. All of these. Classic tween. Tutorial rig. Tutorial rig. 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 Cool tutorial rig. Cool tutorial rig. Tutorial rig. Tutorial rig. Tutorial rig. Alright. So that should be it. If you look. Cool tutorial rig. Cool tutorial rig. We got some good lip sync. And well, let's animate the eyes. Cool tutorial. Alright, so here the eyes will be over here. Add a tween. Cool tutorial rig. That looks a bit weird. So maybe we could do some easing. So select the somewhere in the middle of the thing and easing. Where is it? Classic ease. Maybe do ease in, ease out. Let's see how that looks. Cool tutorial. Cool tutorial. Or maybe just a simple ease out. Like we can do a custom ease. Cool tutorial. Cool tutorial rig. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. Alright, so let's make these into this for pretty cool. And so what we want to do here is that turn on the onion skin, go to this frame, and make the eyes a bit small. You can put a bit small. And so select here and here, make classic tween. That. Cool tutorial rig. Alright, that looks cool. Tutorial rig. That looks pretty good. Alright, so tutorial rig. Let's do some body animation. Alright, so for here, let's do the thumbs up. No, I'm not gonna make any in-betweens because this is just a rig. This is only rig animation. So let's set this point to here, which shows which point it's gonna be turning, and make this go down a little bit so rig. Cool tutorial rig. Oh, cool tutorial rig. So let's look at that. Cool tutorial rig. Alright, that looks pretty good. Alright. That should be the basics of rigged cool animation. Tutorial rig. Alright. So what you wanna do is export. Ooh, choppy, very choppy. Export. So if you export it as video / media, you will most likely need Adobe Media Encoder. Now that should probably come with your should come with a copy of Adobe Animate. But if it didn't, and in the case that you just didn't download it like I did, I would recommend downloading Swivel, which it's basic. You should probably know what Swivel is, but if you don't, it was back when you couldn't export Adobe Animate into like these things, but you could only export them as Swift files. And so basically, if you export it as a movie, and if you do what I do and export it to the desktop, make sure it's set to Swift and not JPEG. If you export it to desktop, it's gonna export as a SWF. So if you open Swivel, click Add, and click on the Swift file. Now there shouldn't be much that you should really change. If bitmap smoothing is not on, then I would recommend you turn it on, or else it's gonna look very pixelated. Alright, make sure this is all correct. It should, if you already set it to 1920 by 1080, you shouldn't change these. Don't change these if your document was already 1920 by 1080. I don't. This might matter, but doesn't to me right now. So make sure this is correct. I probably just messed it up by turning it, but this should probably be fine. I'm gonna set it to right here. The bit rate. I'm just gonna keep that. I'm just gonna set it to midway. Why not? Don't. You should probably not do what I'm doing. Alright, audio. If this isn't like this, then you should probably change it to like this. Overlay, you don't need to do an overlay. I don't have an overlay. I don't have a watermark, but if you do have a watermark, then you can just simply add this. If you're like me and you don't, just don't worry about it. Alright, click convert. Alright, should be done. If we take a look at the video. Cool tutorial rig. Sorry, my Windows is very bad. Cool tutorial rig. Alright, we have it. Cool tutorial rig. You did it. Alright, congratulations. You have successfully animated and made a rig in Adobe Animate. give yourself a pat on the back and like and subscribe, I guess. Subscribe to my main channel. Subscribe to my main channel. This is my second channel, so make sure to subscribe to my main channel where I do actual animations. And I don't do tutorials very often, but yeah. Alright, see ya.